call those games where you have the little ball under a cup? And Teresa's playing a game with us here.
I can turn mine on now.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Holly. I feel like I haven't talked to you forever. I'm glad you're here this morning. Hi, Terry. And Paula's here, our very own Paula, and 21 other people. Happy Monday, everybody. And it is a very happy Monday because, you know, when it's Monday, it's Teresa.
Good morning.
I think there's only been one Monday. Well, you took a Monday off. You went on vacation.
And then we had the
Enchanted Autumn thing.
Yeah.
So otherwise, Teresa's here every Monday.
Yeah.
And we love that. We absolutely love it. And you're going to love what she did today. I walked back here to our studio. Can I call it a studio, Teresa?
Sure.
And I went, wow. So we're so happy that all of you are joining us this morning. We're memory bound in the middle of Iowa in Ankeny. And this is a town, Teresa, I went to high school here. I moved here. I think I was 4 when my parents moved here to Ankeny. I did leave for a while and then moved back when our kids were little. But we're here in Ankeny, Iowa, and Teresa has got some wonderful Halloween projects here to show you. You're going to love it, love it, love it. And I walked here and I went, wow. So how many of you are going wow right now?
Halloween's
and that
my
even
favorite,
rhymes.
so.
Hi, Judy and Kathy and Peggy and Crystal's here and Ruby. We got a lot of people here for a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Did you have a good weekend, Teresa?
I did.
I know you worked. You worked one day.
I did, and my husband left for vacation, so I get extra crafting time this week.
Oh, so he's gone all week?
He's gone all week, so
Oh,
yes, I will be in my crafting room and going crazy.
Oh, you know what? I think there's going to be a few people, including me, that's a little jealous of that. I don't know. We're always joking about wishing our husbands were going on business trips and stuff, but we appreciate them a lot, but it's kind of nice to have them gone for a bit.
Yes.
Especially if they're working from home or retired, as
True.
as my husband is. So, well, hi, Tammy. Oh, Halloween is her favorite also.
Oh, yay.
Teresa and I love Halloween. We really do, and that's maybe why I jumped when I saw your cards this morning. So let's see what we got, Teresa.
Okay.
Let's say welcome to everyone, and then so we got Teresa here today with her Halloween cards, and then we'll show you Maggie's projects from last week, and then we've got the new
Christmas.
Tim Holtz. Sizzix is here.
Yep.
So
we're skipping right over Thanksgiving. Yeah. And Thanksgiving kind of gets the short end, I think, in paper crafting.
Yeah,
but
it does, but that happens.
I love me a good turkey, though.
Well, absolutely. Hey, Teresa, Arlene says she's sorry she called you Katie when she was in Saturday.
That's all right.
So it's all right. We don't mind. It doesn't bother us a bit.
I still answered to it. So.
Yeah, she did. Well, all right. Well, tell us what you got, Teresa.
Okay.
I'm terribly excited for this.
I'm going to start with this stamp set, the Bold Frights. And he came out with the Bold Greetings? And he's had Bold Christmas too, but the Bold Frights, I've just been waiting for these. And so I made a card using every one of these stamps to give you some ideas. The Boo is probably, the easiest one. That one you could repeat over and over on a card. I wanted to do that, but I didn't get to it. But this is a fun set if you like to have a good big old sentiment on the front of your card. And these are going to fit on A2 cards, or if you do like the slimline. Tim had a lot of samples with slimline, so I did one of the small slimlines, but they would fit on the big slimline as well. So, and this is $24.95.
And Teresa, the thing about it is that I always think about on these big bold stamps, they're good for scrapbook pages.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
or you can even stamp one and frame it on a little frame or put it on a coaster.
Yep.
So they have a lot of good uses.
And these stamps, Tim doesn't, they're not like crisp images. They're kind of bumpy, and so I like that. So
here, I'll zoom in on this one for the
yeah,
camera
you
so
can kind of see.
That
it's not the perfect, so that's good. So the first card, I used some of that glitter again, his new glitter that comes in the 2-pack for $8.99. So you get the mica and you get the black glitter.
And that's the special Halloween release.
Yes.
When it's gone,
it's gone. Yep. So we still have some of this. So if you like the black glitter, which I think is fun, it gets everywhere, but it's fun. And then it says, "Boo, things are not what they seem." And then I use the moon stencil mask.
And
it's the moon mask.
We have people asking about if you're going to show that.
Yeah, and so I showed this last week, and this, they're stuck together because they have pixie spray on them. And we're out of this right now. It comes in 2, so what you can do is...
She can't get them apart because she's got sticky stuff on them.
I got sticky stuff on them, yeah. So it comes in 3 sizes. I got to put them in order.
Get them in order so they look good.
There. And they all fit on the A2. This is the big one that I use there. So what I did is I put my pixie spray on it, and then I put ink on my mat, and I just splatted it.
Okay, I wanted to know how you did the background.
Yep.
So what colors is that? It's made a really good...
That is prize ribbon and hickory smoke and... What else? There has to be something else on there. Maybe it's just prize ribbon and hickory smoke. That's all I wrote down.
Perfect.
Prize ribbon is the new blue. I forgot to grab one of those.
And that is oxide, right?
Yes,
okay.
That's oxide. So you can see it's kind of a chalky look to it. And see how it seeps around the edges. So ooh, look at there. I got some glitter. Mine got sticky on it, lifted it off. So... You know, the ink is going to seep. It's not perfect, and that's okay.
That's the look you want.
I like the look that way. And then you just lay this down and use your little, blending brush, whatever kind of brush you use, and blend the background. And then these are little dies, little bat dies from one of his new sets. Let's say it's from this one, the Vault series. There's a little bat. And that was a fun card.
Size. That's a really good size.
Yeah, then it's done. And I did use watercolor paper on that and then attached it to the front of my card.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of water on there for just a regular.
It would get a little warpy.
Yeah, it would get warpy.
So I think a lot of people have had a question about the moon stencil, which is really kind of a mask and a stencil. Yeah. So basically, you just put down the solid circle just to mask the area, to keep it white or whatever color. And then you put over the stencil part, and then you just ink that.
Yep.
It looks more mysterious in the package, but
yeah, it's
not
a fun
too hard.
One. I like it. And so we'll be getting more of these. Or if you already have it, get it out and use it. I'm going to show you a couple more cards with that as we go along, but that's that card.
Okay, and that card is an A2 card. It's not 5x7. So Teresa was pointing out that the moon, the biggest one, fits on an A2. You can certainly do an A7 with it.
And there's the medium size, and there's the small.
And then the question about the moon mask, layering mask, we are really sorry. Our vendor says availability unknown. So they're evidently sold out from the vendor, and we have them on order, but we don't know when they're going to be back in stock.
Yeah, sometimes when I make samples, we have tons and tons of these things.
We do when she does it. Even before the weekend, we had a lot.
We did.
Okay, and Teresa, Pamela says she loves the blue because it's not your traditional orange and green, so she really likes that.
Yeah, that's the new blue.
That's the prize ribbon
yeah.
and hickory smoke.
Yep.
Are we going to the cow next?
All right, the cow one, probably Kelly's favorite.
Oh, I love that.
I'm here for the candy corn. So in that one, we use the regular stamp, the Funny Farm stamp.
Funny Farm is a classic. I love that. I've done it for Christmas, Halloween. Yep. You can use it for about anything. And it's called Funny Farm, and it's $21.99. It's got all those fun little animals.
And then, of course, I had to get the greetings from Iowa out to get my little corn. And I've cut mine apart. They're hooked together, but I just cut it apart and stamp one of those. And then if you guys don't have this die.
And we just got those in. We got a lot of those.
It's called Sweet Treats, and it's from last year. I think, was it last year? I think it was last year, maybe 2
so.
years ago. I don't know. It's a
Time
good one.
flies, Teresa.
Yeah, and this one actually came out at Christmas time. And so it has the candy cane and the sucker, but I think it's perfect for Halloween. I use it for both holidays. And you could use it for a birthday or
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day would be great. So you can make those candies any color
So that's
that you
your
want.
candy corn.
But that's my candy corn, yep.
So is the candy corn die multiple pieces?
Yes, yes. So you can make them whatever pieces you want. I should have made the end piece brown like my stamping, but I made it orange and yellow. So, and then I put a little glossy accents on there because your candy corn kind of has that shine. Ooh, I bought candy corn this weekend.
Oh, you did? Oh my gosh.
I couldn't resist. I love that peanut and candy corn mixed together, you know. I need to buy some peanuts now, I guess.
Teresa, Donna wants to know how you store your stamps and dies.
Well, my dies, a lot of them I have the Tim Holtz, ones, but you can buy these envelopes.
So you keep it in the plastic envelope?
I keep it in the plastic, or if they don't come in these, I put them in there, and then I just slip the front of them in there. And then my stamps, I put them in the those extra large, the large
Avery L bags.
Here, I'll show you.
She's got a sample for us. So Avery L makes these clear bags. They're open on the top.
I guess I don't.
Well, we'll have somebody grab ones, or we'll grab them before the end of the video.
The Avery L. And can you grab the prize ribbon oxide?
And these blanks, these empty. So, okay. The candy corn is not a sticker.
No.
Carolyn just asked that. It is a stamp. Or I'm sorry, it's a die.
It's the die. See, it's right there.
It's a die.
And you actually get two sizes. That's the big one, and there's a little one too. And you don't have to put all see, there's another little piece you can add to add dimension. You
didn't add that.
Yeah, you don't have to add those if you don't. It just depends on how fancy you want to get.
And Teresa, they want to know if you keep your sets together.
Can you get some of these too?
Your dies and stamps. Do you keep it all together?
Well, I keep all my dies together and all my stamps together.
So, and if you had a die set, you would keep that die set together.
Oh, plastic things and prize ribbon oxide.
So Teresa would take this die set and she would keep it all together. It comes in a nice plastic envelope, so she does that.
Now sometimes, like next week, there's a Tim Holtz stamp that is I'm not sure. It's a bunch of tickets, and then he has a die that goes with it.
Oh, yeah.
So I will take that and I will slip it in with the...
So if he has a stamp and die set that goes together, then she puts them in these Avery L bags. And they come in 3 sizes. This is the extra large, and that seems to be what fits all your stamps. Is that pretty much?
Yeah, the Tim Holtz ones will fit in there, I think.
They fit right in there. Marla uses those bags too. Diane, you're wonderful. Thank you.
There's a large one. So there's a
She's brought everything.
Ooh, look at those. That would be
I just got some of those last weekend.
These open differently.
Yeah, so this is like the regular size that he has.
So
you get these with your dies, but if you get dies that don't, then you can put them in here and they're nice.
And what's different about that one?
Well, it looks like maybe it's a little bigger. I haven't bought these.
And it's
Looks
landscape.
taller. Oh yeah, it opens that way.
So this one's a little different. It's landscape.
And
But
this one's big.
You get 3 and they're $6.99. And then you got the big daddy.
Yeah, 9 by 11. That's gonna hold.
That's
some
gonna
big
hold some
dies.
big dies. Hey, well, you know what? When the switch comes in,
Oh, there you go.
That's what we're gonna
have some
need.
Big dies. All right.
oh, Steve says it was great to see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, thank
wants
you.
Some stuff. I hope
Did he
he's
get some
liking
good-
his stove.
he
We
said-
talked him into the stove.
Oh, and we're going to show that too. We're going to show that here when we get done.
I can't wait to make my Halloween stove.
Well, you're going to need to make it and bring it in.
Yep.
Okay, Diane also went and got the prize ribbon, which was the blue that Teresa
oxide,
used
yep.
on this card here.
Got to get those new colors.
Now, Marla has a tip here for everyone. She puts the name of the die and stamp on a plain paper at the top so you know what it is when you file them. That's a great idea.
That is a good idea. All right.
Oh,
this
Teresa.
one has, I put a spell on you.
So cute.
And this is using one of the older dies that we have, the Frightful Things. That's $19.99. And this is probably
It's got
one
a
of my
lot of
favorites.
different things on it. I'm wondering if I need that one.
I've used this one a lot. But it has the broom and the hat and the feet. I use the feet a lot, but now that we have the new die, then I use those feet too. And it has a nice little spider and a spider web. It just has all your basics. But it does have the eyeball, so I use the eyeball.
What's that called again, Teresa?
This one's called Frightful Things.
Frightful Things,
I don't
okay.
think I've ever used the eyeball before. And I'm like, oh, I need something on one of those O's. What can I put on there? And
There's the eyeball.
yes, there's the eyeball. So, and then I used embossing powder. I used the glaze, the hickory smoke glaze on that because I just wanted it to have a little bit of a shine. And this is one of the new Photo Play number 6 slimline cards. They're so kind of deceiving because they come in packages and they're not folded, and so you think it's a bigger card than it is. But this is
Well, yeah, when you fold them in
flat,
half.
so you fold them in half. And then we also have the little envelopes. I always think the envelopes are the cards, but
Yeah,
envelopes.
they are kind of deceiving.
Yeah, so that's the number 6.
We also have it in number 9, and those are online under card making.
Yeah.
Okay, Tiffany's having a sound problem. Tiffany, I think we're good, but Tiffany, go out and come back in and see if that helps, and see if that works for you. We want you to be able to hear everything. We don't want you to miss a thing. Okay. Oh my gosh,
All
this is such a fun thing too.
Does everyone love the movie Hocus Pocus?
Of course.
It's like made a huge comeback. I saw it at Target this weekend. I almost bought it. I love that movie with Bette Midler and the gal from Sex and the City, Carrie Bradshaw. And so this is inspired by that card, of course. It's just Hocus Pocus. And so on the movie thing, they have the blonde girl, Bette Midler, and then the other woman that has kind of a purpley thing. So I stamped that, and I did the moon.
Oh, that's why you did it in those colors.
Yep, that's why I
okay.
did it in those colors. Those are the hair colors.
So
And
it's the
then
same hat, but you just cut it out in different colors.
Yep, cut it out in different colors. That's that same die that I was just showing you. And then on this one, I just traced around the mask and then inked the moon on that one.
That's
Otherwise,
so
you wouldn't
cute.
have been able to really tell what it was. And then I traced around the word hocus because I felt like my yellow didn't show up very well.
Well, that's a good way to fix that if it happens.
Yeah, so it kind of, hocus kind of pops there. But I thought that was fun. And that's also one of the number 6 cards. So, like
Very
I said,
cute.
these stamps fit really well on the slim line. And then, of course, I had to make a tag. And, you know, it's funny because the slimline cards are about the same
I didn't
size
realize that.
as the number 6 tag. I didn't either until I was picking them up to bring them, and I'm like, hey, that's about the same size. So the number 8,
Number 8 tag is
a good size.
Size 6 card is an 8 tag. Oh my gosh!
And so that one, I did some splatting. And I used, this is the Rustic Wilderness that I used on there with a little bit of twisted citron thrown in.
Oh my gosh.
And then I did spray some of the Halloween mica on there, which we're out of and we can't get any more. Is that right?
We're getting 12 sets.
Oh.
We thought there were 2 left from one of our vendors, and Dawn ordered them, and we're actually getting 12.
Ooh.
I don't know which color set, but there's 12 coming.
If you, then I would call in and put your name on the list if you want that, because once they're gone, you know. And so the green had purple and green, and then the brown, I think, in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one we're getting.
Yeah, and then the other one had orange, yellow, and gray. So, but the good news is the Christmas one has 2 greens actually in it. So you could always switch your colors up. But this is the new die It's called Toil and Trouble.
And we have that on order.
And that one's on order, yeah.
That one's coming in.
That one
so
was super popular.
If you like that, just let us know. I know Teresa used it last week, and it was very popular.
Because I just cut her feet off and stuck them in the cauldron.
Oh, Teresa, that's so creative. Well,
and then I cut her hat off too and just stuck it at the top there.
So that is such a good tip for everybody to look at your dies. They don't have to be, the little witch girl. You can cut the hat off or the feet, and she put them right in the cauldron. So Mary has a question. The shiny part is the mica spray.
Yep.
But all the background is just her normal distress. I assume oxides.
Yes, I used oxides on that one.
So you could even, if you don't have the mica spray, you could splatter it with a little paint. You could splatter it with a little ink over the top to do your little drops. So, Teresa, you're getting lots of hearts on these.
And just remember, when you're stamping on top of your oxides, that you want to use the archival ink. Because if you stamp with a distress ink, it's going to fade right into it.
Oh, it's going to react.
So there, I think I used hickory smoke. Is it gray? Is it kind of
Yeah, it's a little grayer.
I think I used hickory smoke on that one. So we do have those 4 packs of those inks. So now would be a good time to to get one of those.
Then you've got a brown. Let's see, a brown, a gray, the dark brown, and black.
Yep. So
it's got all your main archival colors of the Tim Holtz colors.
Yep. So those are all the stamps from that stamp set.
Okay, can you show us that stamp set again, Teresa?
Yep.
Here's the one that she just showed us that she used. It's Bold Frights from Tim Holtz.
$24.95.
So that was the main one on all of these, and then she used the die, and then the other stamp she used was the Funny Farm and the Iowa Greetings. That's a memory bound exclusive.
Yep.
Very cute. I think everybody loves it. You're getting tons of hearts, Teresa. And we're not done yet.
No,
We've got more to go. We got more.
So this card, if you guys remember last week, I showed the mask, the moon mask, and in the demo, this is the background that I made.
Oh.
So I was like, I can't just
well,
throw that
no,
away.
because that's so pretty.
I could have die cut out of it, but you can see it has the purple mica that I sprayed on it. And I don't even remember the colors because I just grabbed some inks from here at the store and we just slapped them down there. And it turned out really pretty, so I made a card
pretty.
out
I love
of
the
it.
purple and blue.
Yeah. And so again, that's that die,
Is that the vault die?
that's the vault die. And that's the first time that I use those little headstones, and I kind of like those. And then I just made the, I think I used the blue, I don't know what color I used on that.
Is it cardstock, or you actually colored it with some ink?
I think I colored that.
She colored it with some ink.
Yeah.
It looks to me like prize ribbon, kind of, because if you look at these together, they're pretty close to the same color.
I probably did use prize ribbon because it's on my table. So I just grabbed it. And then I have used, on another card, I used this one too today, the Inquisitive. So that's where I got the Guess Who. So, you know, this is a little bit of a different stamp, but it does have these really good sentiments on it that I'm really glad I got it. I like the guys too. And the numbers.
You've made some cute cards with that.
I haven't done anything with this yet, which I really need to do something with that.
You do. I agree.
So that was fun because that was just a fast, easy card because I had already made my background. So
that's really cute. But now, okay, you did the moon last week too.
Yeah,
okay.
I showed the moon.
I thought maybe
we splatted that last week. Yeah. And then Dawn kind of challenged me.
Uh-oh.
She wanted to see the moon with a pink sunset kind of thing going on.
Oh my gosh.
And so I did. And what colors did I use? I wrote them down. I used Kitsch from Flamingo, so that's new. Squeeze Lemonade, and then just a little bit of Salvage Patina on there. And then the mica, I used the new color, Winterberry. Dawn, I made your card for you.
Cute. Looks good.
Because you wanted to see it in pink.
I did, and I love it.
Yeah, it turned out nice. So I use my in the park, or is it in the park or in the park? I can never remember the die.
Teresa's digging for her die.
The park.
It's the park.
You don't want to put the in front of something because then you sound old, like the internet. I try not to say the.
Oh, Teresa, you'd never sound old.
But this one is the park, and
You've
I
used
really
that
like
a lot.
this die. I do. But I did use the mask again. And on this one, so I used, this is the new spray. So he has 2 sets, the Christmas ones. This is the number 2 set. We're out of number 1, but we're getting more on order.
We ordered tons of it, but only one of our orders has arrived, and we're trying to track down our big order. So we have it, like we ordered more than we've ever ordered before of mica sprays. Let me put it that way.
It's so much fun, and I'm really enjoying it. So with this one, I did the same thing. I did the the splatting with my oxides, and then I took that off, and I put this down, and I actually used the winterberry, which is a pink, and I sprayed
winterberry?
it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's called winterberry. So
And then you sprayed it?
I just sprayed it.
Oh my gosh,
So
Teresa.
you can see it kind of blobbed. I mean, it's not as sharp. These have sharp edges, and this kind of has blobby edges, and that's okay.
It's
I
just
like
a
that
different
look.
way to use it.
And you mean the world to me. Where did I get that from?
I'll hold it up here so you can see it a little better, and you can see the shimmer. And we probably can't call her Mary Poppins, but she's Mary Poppins to me.
Yeah.
It's probably Lady from the, I don't know, Lady from the Mary Poppins movie, but you probably can't say that either.
Yeah.
But the park. Lady from the
Yeah,
park.
she's
There
in
you
the
go.
Park. And then I did just spray a little bit. You can see I've got a little blob there, and I sprayed a little bit up here in the corner, just because I wanted a little more shine.
It pulls it all together.
It does. I like that card. So that was inspired by Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yes. She made me, sometimes you have to try different things, because I've made a lot of these cards with the blues and the grays and the purples.
Well, I think you've done a lot of variety today, because you got your blue, and there's your kind of yellow and orange and brown. You got bright colors here, and then you got your green for Halloween.
Oh, I like a green for Halloween.
Yeah, I like it too, especially if you got Frankenstein. All right, here we go.
Now we're gonna do Rest in Peace, and this is a really interesting stamp set. It's more on the creepy version, but Tim did have some very colorful, bright. You don't have to go creepy with it. It's $24.95, and I really liked all of the. I don't even know what to call these.
Little words, or they're kind of like
the
labels. They're kind
backgrounds.
of like advertising labels or
Right.
something.
Right. So you can make your own background, or you can just, stamp a piece of it on your card. It's a fun set.
Dawn was thinking they would be nice in your journal if you're doing some type of a journal for Halloween.
Definitely.
And Teresa, we have a couple questions. Well, one question, Sharon wants to know if you spray or stamp first. So Sharon, let's see.
Which one?
Maybe this one.
This one, I sprayed first, and then I heat dried. I used my heat gun to make sure it dried. I mean, it could have dried on its own, but and then I stamped my sentiment. And again, I had to use the archival ink to get it to show. And it's still kind of, I stamped it multiple times. It's really kind of shadowy on the mica, but you can stamp on it.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Very good to know. All right, Rest in Peace. I just love the name of that.
Yeah. So there's my first one. And you know what? I needed to get, and I bought it this weekend when I was working, we have heavier cream cardstock. Because usually the watercolor paper comes in
more whitish.
White. And I really wanted to do a cream on this one. And so I heat embossed the guy and popped him up. And I used all the words for my background, and I just
it looks like you just sort of stamped them lightly.
yeah, I used what's that light ink? Did I write it on the
Is
back?
it antique linen?
Yes, I used antique linen. I don't use it very often, but when I do use it, I really like how it turns out. It's nice for a really soft background.
And then you heat emboss with a gold, it looks
Yep,
like.
I used a gold. And then I used the mini boutique.
Oh my, I was wondering what you used for your flowers.
Yeah, you can use flowers for Halloween, and those are orange. And you know what? I already had those stamped and die cut.
You just found them in your stash?
Yes, I did, and they worked perfectly. So I probably would have used crackling campfire, but that was the what's the pumpkin one? The
Is it carved pumpkin?
carved pumpkin is what I used on that. And then Make Today Count. That is from, and I know I've showed these before. I just love when he does these little sticker books. Because there's all sorts of things, and this is the
talking
metallic.
about that little is actually a sticker. It's not stamped.
Yeah, this is a metallic sticker book, and this is the one that has black with gold, and then they have labels, and then white with gold, and then labels.
And
So
how
lots
much
of
is
fun
that,
things.
Teresa?
That's $5.99.
$5.99.
And it's just packed with.
So you get 6
2 things of words and the labels in each color.
So 6 pages.
Yeah, so that's a fun.
And then on this one, she actually cut out the skull and popped it up with foam tape.
Yeah.
And we do have a question, Teresa. How did you get the shiny finish? I'm guessing they're talking about this card here. Maybe they missed out on.
That was the mica spray.
So the mica's got the shiny little pieces of mica
Yeah.
in it, and that's what makes it shiny like that.
And I have one opened here that we're going to spray in a minute for the
Okay,
demo,
perfect.
so I'll show you what that looks like live.
We're going to do it live.
We're going to do it live.
I love it.
Hopefully it works.
We are live,
So,
unlike your
That-
friend here.
yes. Then this is the last
my
card that I
gosh.
made. Looked a bit frightened. And, yeah. He is so funny, and I just couldn't resist putting googly eyes on him.
Oh, that's great,
And,
Teresa.
You know, we had these packages. I told you guys I was going to buy those. The multi.
The Impression Obsession has the
Yes.
big 500 pack of eyes, and
Is that
we
how many are in there? Oh my
and
gosh.
we had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
We reordered them. They are waiting for them to come in from
They're coming.
China. But we have those.
Yes, we have this. This is the size that I used, and these are $7.99. I don't know how many you get. 10 pieces.
There's
79.
79 cents. Okay. I'm mouthing Teresa $7.99. So those are 79
It's
cents.
Monday.
And
If you need some googly eyes to go right on your guy, that's.
but this is so
That's
cute,
probably the
Teresa.
size.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, you got to have lots of googly eyes on hand just in case you need them. But I popped out of that guy up too. And then I used, I told you I used this Inquisitive stamp set. So I just,
So what'd you do?
I stamped it and I just cut his head off. And
Oh,
then
you
I just-
stamped the hat.
Yep, I
oh
stamped
my
the hat and I
gosh.
just fussy cut it out. It's not bad at all.
Looks like you
And
stamped it twice.
I did. I stamped it behind, and then I decided I really wanted it pop dotted, so I stamped it again and cut it out. And I inked it up a little
Teresa,
bit.
I couldn't wait to hear where you got the hat. That's
Yeah.
not where I was expecting it.
Yep.
So very cute. And she's going to show us the background, how
Yeah.
to do the background with the,
The
shifter.
background is a shifting stencil, so we're going to show you that now. So those are all the cards.
Very, very amazing, Teresa. Lots of hearts. Everybody loves it.
So this is one of the number 6 cards, and I've got my shifting stencil. Now this is a new stencil set that Tim has. Shifter Multi Harlequin. It's called.
Harlequin. I have a hard time saying that.
Yeah. And
I
it's
have a Harlequin's.
$15.99, and you actually get 3 different sizes, which is kind of fun. I don't think
So
he's
the
ever done that
diamonds are
before.
different sizes, so
Yeah.
not the stencils, the
Right,
diamonds.
the
Okay.
diamonds, different sizes, and it only came out in the big size. So this is a little bit different than what he normally does.
Maybe
normally,
that, yeah.
he does a big and then he does a small. But this is the
Maybe
only
because
one
he
that,
did the 3 sizes,
Yeah.
I wonder.
This is the only one that came out. So
Well, a lot of people want to know how to use the shifter stencils because you've used them a lot, Teresa.
I
You're
like
a
'em.
pro.
I think
She's a
they're
pro.
fun. So the one thing that he does, and I don't know if you can see on my stencil, but so there's the holes cut out, and then there's the other piece in between that has a line that's etched into the plastic. And what Tim recommends is that you just take some paint, rub it over there, and then wipe it off, and the paint will go down into the crack. So you can see when you shift, and you'll see in a minute how that works. I also did it on the stencil number. So
yeah, so you know what it is.
So I know what it is, so I can tell people. Now
That's
that is not
idea.
the stencil number that we're using, so don't look at that. Because this is an old stencil, it's a little bit different. These are the new stencils.
Well, this one's amazing because of the 3 sizes. So
Yeah.
if you want to go
really
do
cool.
a bigger diamond shaped or a medium or a small one, especially if you have a smaller
So you
surface.
can get the size that fits with yours. This is probably close to the middle size. So they're smaller and bigger than this, but the middle size fit perfect for that one. So I've got my number 6 card, and then of course I'm gonna take my pixie spray. Do you guys all have your pixie spray? $16.99, and you just give it a little spray on the back of your stencil, and then you're gonna let it dry. And then you can tape your card base down if you want. I'm not going to do that today. And I'm just going to decide how I want it. I'm going to go there. And I just have a little piece of washi tape at the top. Tim does that so then he can flip up and,
good idea.
and make sure that
I love
it looks
that.
how you want. Now, I use the Rustic Wilderness and the Crackling Campfire because I love the new colors.
That's what you used on here.
Yep, that's what I use, so I'm going to show you that. So you're just going to start with your blending brush, whatever it is, and you're going to go over your stencil and do the first layer. I'll try to go fast. What can I talk about?
You're fine. Let's see. Well, I will tell you while you're doing that,
Okay.
that Dorothy said she would never think of these ideas without your help, and she loves the cow. So if you guys love the cow and the farm animals, that's called Funny Farm. It's one of my personal favorites. I'll show it to you here.
You can make those cows do all sorts of crazy things.
You can put Santa Claus hats on them and witches hats, and the same with the pig. I've used the pig quite a bit, Hogs and Kisses. And you can, Teresa, did you cut the sayings off of yours, or do you just mask them when you stamp?
Oh, I just masked them.
Yeah, me too. If I don't want what's moo, you just cover that up when you're stamping.
Because I used 3 different colors on that.
Then the other stamp she used today was the Bold Frights. And there's a basic bold stamp set, a couple of them, and there's Christmas ones. So you can do some of what Teresa did with those. And then, of course, Rest in Peace is the skull that she used. And she used all the little, they're kind of like labels or advertisements for her background on her card.
All
Ooh,
right.
whoa, that looks bold.
So I have a nice, I'll just flip it up here. Oh, that turned out really nice.
That is
So
great.
I've got my orange, and then I'm just going to take my microfiber cloth.
Now we should probably put in a pitch for the microfiber cloths because they are amazing, and I use mine. You can clean your stamps off with them. And what I did was when I went to wash mine, I rinsed it out with just water, Teresa, and I squeezed it, and all the ink came out of it.
Oh.
It was really.
You could have squeezed it on a piece of paper. And
I could have done some art with it. Why didn't I think of that? Okay,
All right,
we got to get.
So
Okay.
here comes the shift. So there's where what I did. So then you can see the line. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put your stencil right over the first color, and it's going to line up perfectly.
I can see why Pixie Spray or the Windy Vecchi Make Art Station would be nice too with the magnets.
Yep.
For doing something like this.
So the lines are going to go perfectly over the ink that I already inked, the orange, and you can line it up. And it does help a little bit to have, ink in there or paint. You wanna put
especially my vision isn't what it used to be.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go over it with the green. And I guess I did ink a little bit of brown after this is going to be nice and bright for us, but I grunged it up a little bit.
So did you grunge it up on the edges?
Yep.
Then?
On
Is
the
that what
edges,
you did?
Yeah. Just I used a little bit of brown on that. Ooh, I love Rustic Wilderness.
I do too. It's such a nice
green.
It's not like a bright green. It's not like a dark green. It's kind of an in-between. Teresa, I don't know what made you think to put Google eyes on the rest in peace guy, but
I wanted to make a goofy card, and it's kind of goofy.
it is goofy. It takes a little bit of the scare out of
Yeah, but you can. I mean, Tim's makers did have quite a few just really goofy. You know, they use really bright colors and butterflies and all sorts of fun things with the skull. So I'm glad I got it. I'm going to use him on other things. And the other thing that he talked about is you could, if you want, you can use half a skull on an A2 card if you want to cut it in half or just stamp them in half. And I actually stamped one and cut it in half. Yeah, just use half of his face, you know. And I did stamp one and I cut it out and I cut it in half, but I never did make a card with it. So I've got half a skull on my craft
Well,
table
we're going to
right
be
now.
anxious to see what you do with it. So right now, Teresa's doing some inking with the shifter stencil, and we wanted to focus on this new shifter stencil, which is a little unique. It's the Harlequin, but it's got 3 sizes, and most of his stencils do not come that way, and this is so handy because you can make all 3 sizes, and you can be so creative with different colors. And Teresa's using this is upside down, but Rustic Wilderness and Crackling Campfire. Thank you, Teresa.
All right.
Oh, here's the reveal. Aha!
Ooh,
Oh my gosh, that's so
like
cool.
It. I love green and orange together, or purple and orange. So then you can see that I've got some spaces here. So again, what you do is you just shift over. You just line up again.
Oh, that's good to know.
Whoops, I missed. There. And then you can just fill in the last 3 here, and they should line up perfectly.
And you could do the same color on all of yours.
Yeah,
you don't have to vary it like Teresa. You could use multiple colors. You can do blending. Oh, that looks good, Teresa. What a great background.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a good one for Halloween, but really Harlequin is timeless.
Yeah, you could use it for anything.
You know, the little
depending on your
shape.
colors, it could be masculine. It could be pink and purple.
I think it would be a great birthday background.
Because it's kind of festive.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the stencil set, and that is new. That came in with his Halloween release.
Yep. All right.
Teresa, awesome, amazing, amazing. So I dropped a card on the floor, so let me get that. Sorry, everybody. So here are the cards that Teresa showed us, and she's got a little bonus today.
Oh, yeah.
A couple bonuses.
So I was here this weekend working, and the Christmas, Tim had his release. Ooh,
I
it was a
know.
lucky
We all
day to be
every
working.
Saturday seems
All
like
the
a release.
staff people were like, "Oh, we made the day today. We spent a lot of money. All 4 of us bought Christmas stuff, so that was fun." But yes, so I bought. Gosh, I should have brought one back here.
Well, let's go over and we can
there.
go see them. So Teresa, on our way, let's stop. So we're going to go show you the new Sizzix dies from Tim, and on our way we're going to show you just a review. This is our review from last week. This was Maggie's Peace on Earth frame, and it comes in a kit, and it's $29.99, and you get everything you need to make that. And then her other thing, Teresa, can you flip the switch on this? Because online, this is probably one of her most crazy, extensive, cool projects, because it lights up, and online on the picture it doesn't even show it lit up. We took the picture without the lights on. So there's Maggie's Halloween mixed media tag, and Maggie's going to be actually showing that, doing some of the process of it on Tuesday, September 28th at 5:30 right here on Facebook. So if you want to get that kit, and Teresa, I don't know the price of that one. You might have to take a peek.
That one is $43.99.
It's $43.99.
Oh, you get a cute little tag.
You get a little
with
tag.
it.
I know. It's all in the packaging.
Bonus.
It's
Yes,
all in the
it is.
packaging. Okay, now speaking of bonus, we're going to go show what Teresa made for us about the new Tim Holtz release.
Well, oh my gosh. Somebody added something.
What?
Look at.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the
Who added the flames?
I don't know. They must have done that on Sunday. So this die is called Retro Oven. And you guys, it's so
So
cute.
you put acetate in the oven door.
We put acetate in the oven door, and then you actually get these little shapes. There's a, I don't know if I can get them to move. We didn't use very much foam tape to pop it up. There's a heart, a gingerbread man, a tree, 1, 2, 3, and a star. That
So
look
there's
like
your
little
cookies.
teeny cookies. So you actually get those with.
You don't get the flames.
You don't get the flames. I don't know who put that
That
on
is
there.
hilarious.
Yes, it is very funny. So I can't wait.
Now,
I'm going to make a Halloween
The other
oven.
thing about that die is it's got the shells, the clam shells that fit, the rounded.
Oh,
so Teresa's
yes.
going to grab one
I
of
bought
those.
some of those too, yes.
So you could do acetate
So-
like this. You could make it solid.
So
or
you can make a big shaker, the shaker domes. So he came out with this when he had a die a while back that was a TV set. And this one in the TV set, but it also fits in the oven.
Somebody was
So-
very smart planning
Yes,
that,
they were.
Teresa.
They were. It even shows a picture right there of the little TV set.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, so you can put all sorts of things. I can't wait to put things in my oven.
So Teresa and I don't know who else helped you
Me
make
and
the
Jennifer.
oven.
Yep.
Made the oven. Did you guys make Winston also?
That was a class that I took. So there's Winston. He's the snowman.
And he's a colorized.
And he's a
isn't he?
colorized, yep, and he's $29.99. And he is not bad to put together at all. They've gotten a lot smarter in how they do the colorized. And so,
So it looks like a lot of pieces, but they're all sorted by color. So
Yeah.
you might have a couple different whites, a couple blacks. I like the broom a lot. Let me zoom in on the broom. And then she also
the
used the
broom is
scribbly
cute.
snowflakes.
yep.
So
And here's the scribbly snowflakes. And those are $16.99.
So this is all the new release from Tim Holtz. And let's show the other one that you made up.
Oh my gosh, are we out of these?
I think that one we have more coming. We didn't get our full order.
I don't know what it's called.
Um,
I didn't bring it with me.
This is another die, and it's got little pieces, and they fit in the little domes.
Yes.
They fit in the dimensional domes. So if you wanted to make something kind of cool and put a little item in it, they fit right in there.
And it comes with a circle die. I didn't cut that out. 'Cause
Oh,
that's,
and that probably fits the dome.
that fits the dome. That's kind of boring. So I
Teresa-
didn't cut one of
Teresa
those.
said she made this while you were watching TV.
Yes, I was watching football. And this was much more exciting than the game that I
Well,
watched.
my husband's the Packers fan, and it wasn't good at all.
That game I watched too. That made me happy.
That made you, of course, being a Vikings person.
I know, yeah.
Well,
I know, that's what I mean.
well, those are really cute,
Yeah, these are
Teresa,
super
and we have
cute.
more of those coming.
Yeah.
They'll probably be here in about a week.
Yeah.
So, Teresa, let's go through the other dies that
Okay.
came in.
So
From
we've got
Tim.
another colorized, and this is Eugene. And he is a super cute little
Yeah, who doesn't love
little
penguins?
penguin.
Now, if you want to see all the makes, you could go to timholtz.com, and he has a blog post that shows what all of his makers created with these. I don't
Here's
know the
another
name.
snowman. This is Mr. Frosty. And he's not colorized. He's just a regular snowman.
He's a regular. There's
Just a
Mr.
regular
Frosty.
guy. Then we have another colorized. This is Woodland Santa.
Now this one, Tim was explaining that your tree you can use separately. It's a straight tree, so you could use just the tree. He makes a great lumberjack. His bag of toys is separate, so you can put it on or not put it on. And I love his feet. Those are my comments. I think
He's got big feet.
he's really cute. He's really fun.
All right. Then we've got some words.
These are really funky, but I loved them
They're
in all
called
the.
festive words.
There's the festive
And they're
words.
$16.99.
So you're going to get
So
the
you can
background,
layer.
yeah, like the
Hard to
shadow
he should have put that in a different color. It's hard to see that there's
on
a
the
shadow.
white, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is
But those are really
Or you
super.
can do the words individually.
And then like Halloween, Christmas also has a vault, which they brought.
Christmas 2021, yeah.
They brought back popular shapes from other dyes, and they made them a little smaller, I think, and then put them all together.
Yep.
We got a few more, so don't go away.
We're going to the greenery section. This is holiday brushstrokes number. Maybe I should do number 1 first.
Okay, how can I help?
Oh, this is number 2.
Holiday
Oh,
brush
is this
strokes number
because
2.
Maybe last year you had a number 1. Okay. Maybe I should know more about this.
It's hard to
Holiday
remember.
brushstrokes number 2.
Now Mary said you could put those your pieces that you made that we could put those in a shaker card.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Then we have the festive bouquet.
I think that's pretty because you could use that all together or pieces of it.
Yep. And then the last one is seasonal sketch. So he's got that sketchy look. It's not as realistic as the other.
And I like how they use gold metallic for the top, kind of the outline piece. Very pretty.
You could use any color you wanted on there.
Teresa and Kim and Jennifer and Janine were here Saturday, and you guys did a
We
great
had a
job
good
setting
time.
this up.
Yeah. Then we've got the tall pines. So some trees, and I think Tim used these with
Oh yeah.
his samples. He showed the mountaintop. So
And the trees
You
you
can
can cut
combine
apart.
those.
So you can
Yep.
use it as one or you can cut it apart.
you can kind of make a scenery. And he's got some good samples of
I'd like
those.
to know, how does everybody love these new Christmas dyes from Tim?
know.
We've got a couple more here.
I made a mistake. I put these together and then I got so excited about the oven I could not show them. The Christmas cookies.
Yeah,
So
those.
he did cookies a couple years ago, but then they look about the same, maybe a little smaller, but very cute. I like the little tree. Or that's a house. Sorry.
That's a house. Well, I was
And the
looking at questions, Teresa. So sorry, I couldn't help you there.
I know my shapes, but you can use these two together as well. He had some good samples that he did that. And then we've got
I think the last one is is it Village?
Paper Village number 2. So he's come out with Paper Villages before, so this is number 2.
And we were told this is going to be an extremely popular dye.
Yeah,
And I saw some makes with it that were pretty neat.
very cool.
Sue's making her list.
Yep.
Jan said she likes the release. The Snowflake Impressa is a killer. And it's a killer for us too because we didn't get them all. We got like 3 and normally we'd get like 24.
Yeah. So there's a couple little impresslets that were sold out of. There was a
And the rest of our order
poinsettia.
is coming.
Yeah, there was a poinsettia. What
And the
else?
snowflakes. And then there were some
Snowflakes.
mini embossing folders.
Yeah. And then this is called Cobblestone number 2, which I think is going to be really cool. I bet Maggie likes this one.
Yeah, I'm
She's
sure.
shaking her head. It's this morning. Yeah, she bought it this morning. So expect to see things with this. It's $10.99, and it's the 3D. So that is going to give you. Oh, you could use this as a wall background.
It'd be good.
Yeah. And I thought even a leaf. You know, if you had some leaves maybe that you wanted to cut
and
out.
die cut out of
Yeah,
that.
maybe bumpy leaves. So.
That'd be great.
Oh, and then we should show the glitter.
Well, absolutely.
Really. I totally forgot about the glitter. I'm stuck on the black glitter. But this has tinsel glitter and garland glitter. And it's fine glitter and it sparkles and it's a gold. They're both kind
One's
of
kind
goldy.
of platinumy, a little bit
Yeah.
goldy, like a old gold. Do you know what I mean,
Yeah.
Teresa? Like old ornaments.
It's for a vintage sparkle is what the package says.
And how much is that?
Oh, sorry, that's $8.99 for both of those.
Yep. And the Arches embossing folder is sold out also. All right. Well, there's our Tim Holtz Christmas release. And like we said, we did not get our full order, but the rest of it is coming and we'll have it soon. And there's Teresa's little makes there. We don't remember the name of that, but all of these are online if you go to our new category and you go to Tim Holtz Sizzix 2021 release. They're all there, so you can see everything, even the couple that are sold out.
Yep.
So I guess we're ready to say, oh wait, we got one more question. How do you attach the glitter?
Well, it really depends on where you're putting it. I mean, probably some kind of liquid adhesive. You could use a multi-matte medium, or, you know, if you just want a little dot, you could use a little dot. You could use resist spray.
If you're going to do a die cut and you want to make it glittery, then what I would do is use the toilet paper adhesive or some score tape and put that on your paper, and then you can sprinkle the glitter over it.
Yep.
And it would attach burnish it, and it will attach really well.
Yep. There's lots of ways. You can also put it in the
The
glitter
blah, blah, blah,
mister?
yeah.
I don't think we have any.
What's that called? Is it called the glitter mister?
What's the glitter thing called?
The duster?
Duster.
Wow, that's pretty profound.
So
for
Teresa,
me.
they want to know, what did you use to glue your glitter on your card back there?
Well, on my boo, I actually swiped my stamp with some multi-matte medium and
then stamped it. That's a good tip.
Because I didn't care if it was perfect or not. The stamp isn't perfect to start. So there are ink pads that have glue on them. I don't know.
Right.
That we
Well,
have
there's
any
also
right
a
now.
sticky embossing powder.
Yeah, there's sticky embossing
And
powder
that works
you
really
could
well
use.
too.
Yep.
The duster, the glitter. Okay, thanks,
Glitter
Bev.
duster. Yeah.
All right.
Bev has her words today.
She does.
Yeah.
Now, Karen wants to know, how do you unclog glue?
$2 or whatever.
So I guess it depends on if the tip comes off. I usually soak it in warm soapy water.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can put a pin in it and keep it upside down when you're using it, so all the glue goes to the tip.
Yep.
Like the Nouveau glue, the tip comes off. So it kind of depends. If you can give us a little more information on what glue you're using,
And of course, we feel the same about
then we can help you out better. So, all right. Well, Teresa, we're going to say happy Monday, everybody. Oh, we got one more?
I'm going to have next week.
Oh, yeah. Show us what you're doing next week. We all want to know that because we love your stuff.
Next week, we're going to use the Echo Park paper pack, which is fun.
Halloween
It's a
party.
6x6 Halloween party. And then the Just Say Boo stamp set that coordinates. And the frames and tags that coordinate.
So more Halloween to come.
Yes, and I have had fun making bags and
Oh, geez.
boxes
So lots
and
of treats and
cards,
things.
and
I can't
very
wait,
cute.
Teresa.
Yes, it's
I love
very
to see
cute.
what you make.
I want to use all the paper.
I think that's great. Teresa, thank you so much. Everybody have a great week. We'll be back tomorrow.
Happy Halloween.
And I don't know that we have anything scheduled, but we're gonna schedule something if we don't. So everybody, happy Monday.